about to turn it on. Turn it. We about to turn it on. Turn it. We about to turn it on. 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 We about to turn it on. Go, 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 go. We about to turn it on.
This is an emergency action notification, requested by the White House. All EAS participants will follow activation procedures in the EAS Operating Handbook for a national-level emergency. The President of the United States or his designated representative will deliver a message over the emergency alert system. Please stand by. Please stand by. Please stand by.
We interrupt our programming. This is a national emergency. Important instructions will follow. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government. This is not a test. I repeat, this is not a test. A nuclear attack is currently taking place against the United States. At 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the North American Aerospace Defense Command has detected the launch of 35 intercontinental ballistic nuclear missiles from North Korea. These missiles will strike the United States in the next 55 minutes. Target locations are unknown at this time. All residents in the United States are advised to seek a fallout shelter immediately. Fallout is a product of nuclear disasters. Any exposure to fallout will result in sickness or death. It may only take a minute after impact for the effects of fallout to spread. Take necessary supplies to your shelter, such as food, water, clothing, medical supplies, a flashlight, a battery-powered or hand-cranked radio with extra batteries, and a first aid kit. Do not leave your shelter until it is declared safe to do so. The President will be speaking on all stations shortly. Stand by for this message. This is an emergency action notification. All broadcasts and cable systems shall transmit this emergency action notification message. This station has interrupted its regular programming at the request of the White House to participate in the emergency alert system. During this emergency, most stations will remain on the air to provide news and information to the public and assigned areas. This is WXPN. We will continue to serve the Philadelphia area. If you are not in this local area, tune out to stations providing news and information for your area. You are listening to the emergency alert system serving the Philadelphia area. Do not use your telephone. All telephone lines should be kept open for emergency use. The emergency alert system has been activated. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government. This is an update to the emergency action notification that was issued 15 minutes ago. The targets for the 35 nuclear missiles have been confirmed. The following cities that will be impacted in the next 40 minutes: El Paso, Texas, St. Louis, Missouri, Birmingham, Alabama, Raleigh, North Carolina, New York City, New York, Los Angeles, California, Memphis, Tennessee, Houston, Texas, Chicago, Illinois, Detroit, Michigan, Cincinnati, Ohio, Columbus, Ohio, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Chattanooga, Tennessee, Columbia, South Carolina, Miami, Florida, Hartford, Connecticut, Providence, Rhode Island, Albany, New York, Clovis, California, Atlanta, Georgia, Nashville, Tennessee, Joplin, Missouri, Mobile, Alabama, Seattle, Washington, Salem, Oregon, Lexington, Kentucky, Dayton, Ohio, Charlotte, North Carolina, Grand Rapids, Michigan, San Jose, California, and Washington, D.C. If you live within 300 miles of the mentioned cities, you are advised to seek a fallout shelter immediately. Fallout is a product of nuclear disasters. Any exposure to fallout will result in sickness or death. It may only take a minute after impact for the effects of fallout to spread. Take necessary supplies to your shelter, such as food, water, clothing, medical supplies, a flashlight, a battery-powered or hand-cranked radio with extra batteries, and a first aid kit. Stay tuned for more information on this dangerous situation. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government in the North American Aerospace Defense Command. At 3:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, NARA confirms that there are now 45 nuclear missiles heading for the United States. New target locations have been confirmed. The following cities that will be impacted in the next 20 minutes: Anchorage, Alaska; Juneau, Alaska; Honolulu, Hawaii; Lincoln, Nebraska; Bismarck, North Dakota; San Diego, California; San Francisco, California; New Orleans, Louisiana; Phoenix, Arizona; Las Vegas, Nevada; and Albuquerque, New Mexico. All residents within 300 miles of the listed cities are advised to seek a fallout shelter now. Fallout is a product of nuclear disasters. Any exposure to fallout will result in sickness or death. It may only take a minute after impact for the effects of fallout to spread. Take necessary supplies to your shelter, such as food, water, clothing, medical supplies, a flashlight, a battery-powered or hand-cranked radio with extra batteries, and a first aid kit. If you cannot find a fallout shelter, local authorities will lead you to one. Do not leave your shelter until it is declared safe to do so. Stay tuned for more information on this dangerous situation. Stand by. The President of the United States, or his designated representative, will be speaking shortly. Stand by. The President of the United States, or his designated representative, will be speaking shortly.
My fellow Americans, good afternoon. As most of you don't know, our country is under attack. 45 nuclear missiles have been launched from North Korea and are expected to strike the United States in the next 20 minutes. My fellow Americans, if you live within 300 miles of the mentioned cities in the EAS alert, you are strongly advised to seek a fallout shelter immediately. Fallout is a byproduct of nuclear disasters. Prolonged exposure to fallout will result in certain death. Fallout can spread hundreds of miles from the impact site. Make sure to take necessary supplies to your shelter, such as food, water, clothing, medical supplies, a flashlight, a battery-powered or hand-cranked with extra batteries, and the first aid kit. If you cannot find a fallout shelter, local authorities will lead you to one. Do not leave your shelter until it is declared safe to do so. We will rise from the ashes, and we will make America great again. Thank you. God bless the United States of America. This is KZRG 1310 AM, 102.9 in FM, and 105.9 FM, serving the Joplin area. Oh my god, only 1 more minute until the missile's impact. The EAS guy, Dave, is not voicing this, so I'll have to take over for him. For those of you who don't know, 45 nuclear missiles have been launched from North Korea and are expected to strike the United States in less than 1 minute. The target locations have already been mentioned. If you haven't already, seek a fallout shelter now. Fallout is a byproduct of nuclear events. Any exposure to fallout will result in fatal consequences. It may only take a minute after impact for the effects of fallout to spread. Do not leave your shelter until it is declared safe to do so. If you don't, you will face certain death. Oh my god. Just less than 10 seconds left. Time for me to head to a fallout shelter. This is James Wilson signing off from KZRG. I will see you on the other side.
This is an emergency action termination. The fallout in the United States is cleared, and residents may now exit their shelters. Repeat, the fallout in the United States is cleared, and residents may now exit their shelters. This is an all-clear message. Your government thanks you for your cooperation. We may now switch to regular programming.